Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Papyrus by Jean. So this is the final puzzle of our arrow theme week, but don't worry, there will be plenty of arrows in the future if you're enjoying the constraint. Also plenty of past puzzles with arrows. But this is the last official one of our theme week. All right, so let's go over the rules. We do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. So if arrows in the grid, an arrow is always attached to a circle. The digits on the arrow sum to the value in the circle. So if this was 2 plus 3, if this was 2, 3, we add them. 2 plus 3 is 5. We put a 5 in the circle. All right. We also have entropic lines in the grid. Any 3 adjacent digits along an entropic line form one of each of a low, medium, and high digit. Now, these are all 3 long, so I can kind of simplify the rule in this case, which is on each of these lines, we have 1 low, 1 medium, and 1 high digit. Low being 1, 2, medium being 3, 4, high being 5, 6. So if I put a 1 here, I cannot put a 2, another 1 or 2 on this line, because that would repeat a low digit. We won't be able to fit both a medium and high on here. So I could do 1, 3, 5, I could do 1, 3, 6, I could do 1, 4, 6, I could do 2, 4, 6, I could do 2, 3, 6, right? I just need 1 low, and the order doesn't matter either. I could go 6, 2, 3. Order doesn't matter, just 1 low, 1 medium, 1 high, that's it. And those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. I'm tempted to color, but I'm not sure how much that helps immediately. Let's hold off on that for a second. We know that this has 1 of each, so this has 1 of each. That might be interesting. So like what I mean by coloring, so we know that we have 1 of each. We don't know what means what, but green will be a low, medium, or high. Purple will be a low, medium, or high. And orange will be a low, medium, high. And there'll be the 3 different groups. We don't know what order they go in, but it'll be 1 of each. So because there's 2 in every row, column, box, we need a green, purple, orange across here as well. And down here, and down here. Right? So whatever color this is this color. I wonder if that's more interesting. Now, why do I say that? Well, because these are 1 of each. We also have 1 of each here. We have 1 of each here. Let's say we'll call this. Let's just give an example. Let's say this turned out green and this turned out purple. This is an example without losing generality. Because now we have a green and a purple here. This needs to be the 3rd one, so it would be the orange, and then this also needs to be the 3rd one because we need to complete the box. And so whatever color this is, this will be the same color. Not necessarily orange though. But what I can do is I can mark that. I can mark these both. Let's just call that green. So we know this one, these are the same color, but they could be the same digit, still leaving this open to be green. Okay. But we know these aren't green because we need a green on here. I'm not sure that like helps me a whole lot, but I think it helps me more than coloring this guy. So I got to think about these arrows maybe. So here, there's a lot of arrows in this box. And that leads me to think that, first of all, we should place a 6. Why should we place a 6? Well, you can't put a 6 on any of these 2-cell arrows because you're going to do what? 6 plus what equals what? 6 is the biggest number, so you can't put it adding with something to be filled here. This can't be bigger than it. It must be bigger than both of these. So none of these can be 6, so that's our 6. Putting a 6 down here, I'm not going to mark that. But the other thing I want to look at is how this is now 1 through 5. We know exactly what these add up to. These 5 cells add up to 15. 1 through 5 adds to 15. Now this cell's a little bit extra, but that means that these add to it to at least 16. They add to 15 plus whatever this is. So these 3 cells add to at least 16. But that doesn't seem very hard, does it? It might be hard. So the biggest these could be is a 5-6 pair. If this was a 5-6 pair, that's 11. And then this could be a 6. That gets us to 17. And we can actually do a little better by clearing that out. So the biggest we can add to is 17, and the smallest we can add to is 16. So that tells me that this is a 1 or a 2, definitely, which, by the way, is a low. I'm going to call that blue. And I'm going to, I'll avoid using green for, it could be green, is what I'm saying, but green and blue aren't necessarily different. I have to remember that. But that also means there's only 1 degree of freedom on these as well. These can be 1 smaller each. So this could be a 5, this could be a 5, and this could be a 4. But that's the best we can do. The lowest we can go on these. Because we need to add to at least 16. Okay. So what does that tell me then? I'm not entirely sure. I got to put a 5 somewhere. I don't think that's a huge issue. The other thing we can look at is like geometry type stuff. So for example, whether this ends up 4 or 5, right? Where does it go in this box? Well, it doesn't repeat in the column and it doesn't repeat on its own arrow. So you cannot repeat a digit on, you can't repeat the circle digit on the arrow. You need a 0 to pair with it, right? So this digit goes somewhere in here. But I'm not seeing a particular reason it needs to go one place or the other. This digit doesn't go here, so it goes in here. Oh, so it's 6. Well, that's really interesting. So think about this digit here. We can't put a 5 or a 6. The 6 is here, right? We can't put a 5 or a 6 on these two cells. 5 is too big for this guy because it can only add up to 5. So where does this 5, 6, whatever this digit is, in fact, we know that's high, right? So we can make that orange. This 5, 6, this is high as well. Where does it go in this box? Well, it can't repeat in the column, and it can't go on this arrow. It's too big for this arrow, and it can't go on its own arrow. And so it has to be here. And so that's our 6. And I should have made the 6 orange earlier as well. So all of these are, wait, why did I do that? Sorry. That would have been a mistake. The 6 goes here, definitely. This digit ends up here, is what I mean. But orange just means high. It's 5 or 6. It doesn't mean that that's where the 6 goes. But we do know that one of these two is a 6, for what it's worth. Okay. Are we worried about 5 in this box? Because 5 doesn't go in one of these two. If this is a 5, it goes with the 1. If this is a 5, it goes with the 1. So 1's in one of... What am I saying? No, this could be 5 with a 1 here. We know this isn't low. I can say that with confidence, because if it was low, it would be a 1-2 pair, and that would add to 3. Medium, it could be 4 plus 1 is 5, or 4 plus 2 is 6. So medium is fine. High would be a 5, and this would be a 1. That's fine. So it's just not blue. I don't really see... Hold on. When we add to 6, we must use a blue, and we have to use a blue down here as well. So, okay, I feel like that's important. That means this can't be 4. In fact, you know what? There's a much easier way to see this. But let me tell you the first way I saw it, and then I'll tell you the easier way to see it. So, and I should have seen this a while ago, but it is what it is. The first way I saw this is you have to use a low digit, 1 or 2, in a 6 sum, right? Because if you don't, the smallest digits you could put is 3, 4, and that adds to 7 already. So you're either doing 1 plus 5 or 2 plus 4. So you're involving a 1 or 2. So one of our lows is here. We know this can't be low because then that would add to 3 here. And so there's a low on here, but importantly, we can't put 2 lows on here. And the only way to add to 4 is 1 plus 3. Wait, but we don't... Okay, that actually is a bad way to determine that this is not 4. In fact, this is 4. No, sorry. I thought of 3 as a low digit, but... Let's see, can this be 3? This could be 3 plus 2. Darn. Oh. Yeah, 3 is down here. Sorry. The other thing I was thinking about, and it still doesn't help... None of the things I thought of are actually correct. But the other thing I thought of is that the minimum of these 4 cells would be 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 10. Oh, wait, that is important, actually. So let's go over this slowly. The minimum this can be is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the minimum they can't repeat digits. That adds to 10, meaning the minimum these two add to is 10, which does make this minimum 4, which we already figured out. But this is maximum 11, because 6 plus 5 is the biggest I can do here. Can't put a 6 here. So 11, the only way to add to 11 in 4 digits is 1, 2, 3, 5. So basically, This will always have 1, 2, 3 in it with a 4 or a 5, depending on whether this is a 4 or a 5. So the first thing we can kind of devise from that is that the other 4 or 5 that's not involved in these 4 cells goes here. So this can't be a 3. This is a 4 or 5. Now that we know this is a 3, the 3 joins a 1 or a 2. So this is from 1, 2, 3 only. Meaning the other 4 or 5 is on here, because we have to add to 4 or 5 with a 3. The other 4 or 5 is on here, and it's joined by a 1, 2, which we kind of already know from how to add to 6. Okay, I think there were a lot of ways to see this, and it took me a while to find any of them. But anyway, we are there now. Does this help me, though? I'm not sure what to do with that. So the 3's on here, 3's up here, 6 is down here. I don't know what kind of coloring to do. You know, these two are the same digit as each other. Not the same digit. They're the same low, high, middle, medium, or high as each other. They don't have to be the same digit. Oof. So maybe that deduction wasn't as important as I thought. I'm going to get rid of those colors, just because I think they're confusing me now. What about this arrow? Are we restricted on how small this can be? I mean, we know it's from 3, 4, 5, naively, because I don't see a reason this couldn't be a 1, 2 pair. If this was a 1, 2 pair, this would be a 3, and this would be a 4, 5 pair. That would force this to be 6. Doesn't seem like a problem. Three. Yeah, that works. 4 would be a 1, 3 pair. That still puts a 3 there. So the only way we are putting a 3 here is if we add to 5 and we're 1 plus 4. Which means if there's a 3 here, we can only add to 5. We can only be with a 2. So I don't think this can be 1. Let me go over that more slowly. If this is a 3... Wait. No, I'm glad I did it more slowly. Okay, I got lost in the cases. Maybe there's something easier, but if this was a 3, this ends up being a 3. If this is a 4, this ends up being a 3. And if this is a 5, there's some options. Yeah, that doesn't help me at all. Keep finding things that don't help me. What is our... Maybe it's this arrow? So we've only got 1, 1, 2 on here, along with a 4, 5 or a 5, 6. If this... Okay, I'm wondering about... We're certainly not putting both of these on this arrow, right? These 3 digits end up down here in this box. We're not putting both of these on this arrow. So this 1, 2 ends up on this arrow, meaning this is from 4, 5, 6 only. The 1, 2 is on the arrow with the other 4, 5. This is from 1, 2, 4, 5. But it doesn't have to be the same 4, 5 as this. This could be 4, this could be 5, and then we could do 1, 5, 6 with a 4 there. So, but it means we add to at least 5, right? Because we're a 1 or 2 along with a 4 or a 5. 1 plus 4 would be our minimum. That's 5. So we're a 5 or a 6 here. That's a 5, 6 pair, and that's both highs. That makes this a 4. Okay, that's important. That means this is a 1, 3 pair. That means this is a 2, 4 pair, and that makes this a 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. That's our 5. Okay, that's what we needed. Okay, the roping there was very important. 5, we can't use the 2 because there's no 3, so we're doing a 1 plus 4. That's our 6, not surprisingly. That's orange. 4 is purple. That's our mid. 5 is orange. We have 2 oranges, 2 blues, and 2 purples in every row column or box. These 2 digits are a 2, 3 pair. And we have 2, 3, 5 here. That's not a 5. This is 2, 3, 4 to finish the column. What else did I learn here? Okay. Maybe 6 in this box is here. 6 in this box is here. 5 in this box is here. I can't put a 5 on this arrow. So where's 5 in this column, right? 5 on this arrow forces us to be 6, and it can't be. So 5 in this column goes here, leaving a 2, 3 pair. And so now this is 1, 2, 3. So the biggest we're adding to is 5. Yeah, 2 plus 3 is 5. That would work. We know there's a 2 on here, just from Sudoku, because it's not here. 5 is orange. All right, is it the fact that we have one of each? We have one of each here, right? Because this, remember, this at the very start, this entropic line is one of each. So this has one of each. So the high is going to be the 5, right? We need a high in this row. That's going to be the 5. So this has to be a 5. That's our high. 1, 3, 4, because it can't be 2. So these add to 5, so they have to be 2, 3. That leaves 1 and 3 here. Okay. This is the 4 and the 1. 4 is purple. 1s are blue, 3 is purple. We get the 2 and the 4. This is blue and this is purple. This is 2 and 3. This is blue and this is purple. Okay. Nice. 1 of each here. So this cannot be purple. 3 would be purple. So this has to be 2, and that's 3. So that's blue and that's purple. Interesting how this entropic line actually ended up being used over here first. At least the way I solved it. We ended up with 1 of each here. That's good. We have 1 of each here. So this is 1 of each. Yeah, we know that. Same thing here. We know that. Okay. These two being the same color, does that come back into play at all? Not that I can tell. Let's see. This is 1 of each, the 1 of each. I think these are all 1 of each. Yeah. That means all of these are 1 of each. Which is the only thing we didn't know was that this was 1 of each right from the start. Well, I don't know about that. This box too, but how do we finish this? How does this? I mean, I could pencil it up. 1, 3, 6, 2, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. 2, 4, 6. All right, we're penciled. Does that help? These are the same color. This cannot be high, so this can't be high. So that's not a 5, and that places the 5 here. 5 is high. So no more highs on here. It does place the 5 in this box as well, which is high. So we have both of our highs in this column. Oh, we have a 2, 4 pair, so that means this can't be 2. So that's 3 and that's 1. That's low. That's medium. 3, 6 pair, 2, 4 pair. Ah, this 2. And the 3 we just placed. So that's blue. Getting there. Need 1 of each here. That could work out either way. Well, think about the ways it would work out. If this was a 1, that's low. So this has to be medium. That would make it a 4. If this was 1, 4, this would have no value. So we can't actually make this 1, 4. We have to make this 2, 3, because we need 1 low and 1 medium. The low is either this 1 or this 2. So it's this 2. And then now this is the 3. So that's blue and that's purple. And that makes this purple as a 4. That makes that a 2, which is blue. Okay, this is going to be high. This is going to be medium. This is going to be low. Let's do those now. That's 6. That's 3. That's 1. This is going to be high, and this is going to be medium, and this is going to be low, and this is going to be medium. Okay, gives us the 6, the 4, the 1, and the 4. Very nice. All right, took me a bit to kind of get this roping here. Maybe there was a lot that I could have been a lot faster at, to be fair. So yeah, a struggle that maybe didn't have to struggle as much, but yeah, some people like to see my struggle. Got a lot of feedback from yesterday's puzzle on how interesting myself was because I missed something super trivial. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. If you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below. Thank you.